Hello everybody on YouTube, my name is Frigid Hyperion, and welcome to Session 7 of the Wilds of Wildemount campaign. Today we have Lily as Windchime, Quinn as Anemo, Kyle as Miles, myself as Moonzik, Rocky as Edward, Kale as Brahm, and of course, to start things off with the second half of his introduction and a recap of last session's footnotes, take it away, Emily.
Hello, hello. Last time we were all together. It was post the death of Captain Three Earrings. In the aftermath, we'll quickly go through what happened. In the aftermath, Heidi was grieving. Blom was helping her. Moonzik was declared the temporary captain. Anemo and Edward were basically looking through the captain's quarters, found a bunch of logbooks and 120 gold. The current plan is to make our way to Port Damali and possibly do something about the captain's body and maybe getting some reward money. Of course, I cannot forget that you guys forgot that you have a couple of prisoners in the brig from the last time that the Clovis Concord had boarded you, which was now, I believe, 3 days ago. They've been holed up in the brig. Kajori has been taking care of them in terms of making sure they have food and the basic necessities. But I believe we were talking about the possibility of heading down below deck to have a conversation with those two prisoners. Anybody have questions or something that I forgot to add?
I believe it was Moonzik, Miles, and Edward that were going down?
I think it was kind of everybody is aware of the situation. If anybody wants to go, they can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll go with.
Yeah, that was I had said just right before that I was also going, so I think that's most of the group, if not all.
Is that everybody? Because I'll go too.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
that's alrighty. So, you guys just talked to Kajori about them. I'll leave you guys there. Any planning, anything you want to talk about ahead of time before you make your way to the brig?
So we're releasing them, right?
That is the plan. We're
I
telling them
assume
what
that's how it intended.
we're telling them what our heading is and what we plan to do and all that, and that we plan to discuss with the Clovis Concord about Three Earrings and everything like that. So hopefully they're on good terms with us.
Yeah. I think freeing them will go a long way. We should probably apologize for the fact that we kind of forgot them for an entire day.
That's probably not a bad idea. Because in the heat of everything, I certainly forgot about them. And he kind of looks down and like has a like a grimace to him, or like a grimacing smirk, if that makes sense.
I mean, if I'm being honest here, I think we probably might want to at least get on their good sides. Or try not to do anything to displease them, because ultimately they're the ones going to most likely be giving testimonies to the Clovis Concord about our misadventures among the ocean.
Yeah. I should probably keep my mouth shut.
Well, we all know what not to tell them, at least. So, does anybody else have anything to add before we go and talk to them?
I mean, do you think we should probably try to charm them, or at least,
No, that tells them they've been charmed beforehand. We have too much time before the Clovis Concord for that to be a good idea. Also, Anemo, don't say we're pirates. please.
I mean, at the time, I wasn't even 100% sure that we were pirates. I feel like they already know that I said that we were pirates.
I mean,
Again,
We don't know what they know.
I mean,
reiterating
the fact.
reiterating
I mean,
the
even
phrase
so,
cannot be
it's
helpful.
not going to hurt us anymore. The fact they know that this is that. Well, at least under Three Earrings, it was a revelry ship. So they already.
And
know.
I think we should distance ourselves from that reality as much as possible. If we are seen to be allies to the Clovis Concord, it is far more likely we'll get reward money, be able to keep the ship. If we're seen as enemies to the Clovis Concord, they'll apprehend us immediately, and no amount of what we've done will help us out.
This is true. If not on good standing, I want to be on neutral standing with them at least.
At the very least.
So, are you all? Do you want me to show you how to get there? I'm not sure if you all know. Kajoria says, the brig area.
Yes, we have no clue where it is.
I honestly didn't even know they were here until you mentioned them.
Oh well, I didn't want you guys to forget about them. I've been taking pretty good care of them lately, so they seem pretty amiable, pretty friendly, all things considered. The fact that they're prisoners and all.
Do you think they'd be friendly if we made them not prisoners?
I think there's a pretty good chance. They're not the most chatty bunch, but they're good listeners.
I mean, they don't have to be chatty to be.
Are they listening on their own
The
free will,
listeners.
or are they
What?
listening because they're obligated to, because we're literally the captors, and they have nowhere else to run?
I don't know. They listen to me talk all day long.
But do they want to?
I've not
Well-
even stopped to consider that. No, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I mean, we should probably go talk to them. The more time we spend up here deliberating, the more time wastes with them in captivity, wondering what's to happen with them.
Not only that,
You
but
think we
we'll
could-
have less time until we arrive to Port Damali.
You think we
Let's
could
go.
probably drop the zone of truth on them?
Is
we're
there,
doing
any,
special.
is there any need to?
I don't see
they
why
would
they'd
probably at
they'd
least
feel the need to
inquire
lie.
on their intentions.
The last thing I want is if we get asked an uncomfortable question, to have to be entirely forthcoming.
Well, you'd only have to do that if you were inside the zone.
She brings it up a good point. We don't actually have to be in the zone with him.
Still, I don't think it's entirely necessary to have Zone of Truth.
Yeah, save your spell slots, my man. Wait a second, what are those?
How do you know how magic works?
I have no clue. I have a headache.
Roll for Arcana.
I have a headache. Ow.
It's like the headache almost feels like a fourth wall break. Like something breaking,
just-
like a wall.
Yeah.
Did Brom just hurt himself in confusion?
I believe I did.
Roll a
Take 1d10
d4.
emotional
Oh
damage.
my god.
Oh, okay.
I'm fucking around. You don't actually have to.
Yo.
Oh,
One psychic damage.
One.
I'm
that's
doing
all.
it too.
We're going to physically examine all of it. I'm not going to go that way. I'm cross-talking. Anyway.
I mean, is your head
Uh,
okay? Your brain kind of looked like it momentarily expanded and exploded. Like you were kind of mind blown in
Look,
capacity.
I'll be fine. Let's just go down there. And you can see he's got it like his head in his hands, as if he's nursing a headache.
As you guys are led down below deck, by Kajori. There is a down in the main hull of the ship. There is a little inlay where a door can go in. You open the door and you notice that the only light in the cramped, squalid brig is from a couple of lightly flickering torches. That again, these torches are like sealed, more like lanterns, I should have said, keeping the light in. It's humid down here, but significantly cooler than up on the deck. The scent of particularly urine is barely covered by a pungent soap, and it kind of fills the air. You do notice a cell area with a couple piles of moldy straw that served as basically like a makeshift bed for the people who were held here. You notice that the bars of the cell are kind of slightly rusty, but still seem pretty stable. Inside, you see two folks, a man and a woman, who appear to kind of poke their heads up and look in your direction as you enter the room. Lounging in their Concord clothes, which are basically these. The ones that they have on are green, like cloths, with a white undershirt for both of them. It appears to be some sort of uniform. It's grubby for sure.
As I see this, before we really get into view, I'm gonna grab Moonzik and pull him aside. And I'm gonna go. I almost forgot. Do you want to be seen this way? To the Clovis Concord. I'm sure they will report back.
That is a good idea. I should probably change into my other persona then. Let everyone know in quiet while I step out for just a moment.
They'll never say come in.
Or rather, before I step in, let everyone know.
I'm gonna quietly let everybody know in a hushed whisper. Moonzik's getting changed.
He doesn't really have to dress for the occasion. I mean, you know,
Am I wearing the
literally just
wrong
meeting
clothes?
guards.
I'm gonna look at both of them and
Wearing
be
the
like,
Should I change?
I'm gonna look at both of them and go, no, the other kind.
What other kinds could there be?
You mean like
Okay,
horns?
Animo starts to take off his pants.
Are you guys in the room with them?
No,
Like,
no,
you
not at
just
all.
kind of basically open
Not
the
in
door,
any way.
glance in.
Not in any way have we gone in.
Yeah, we are outside the room. This was me, like, seeing that we're nearing our destination and realizing, oh shit, Moonzik might walk in without changing.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
As he puts it.
after,
And we wouldn't want that.
See, we're doing this
seeing-
thing known as being not fast.
Seeing as you all are kind of like outside the room, seeing Anemo start to kind of like take off of his linens, Kajori like looks over and kind of like raises an eyebrow and does anybody have a passive perception of 12 or higher?
I got 13.
Moonsick, despite the fact that he's outside of the room, has 12.
Okay.
Report.
So Moonsick, you
have
don't
12.
hear it.
No.
Mine is
I
11.
have 12.
I have
Okay,
12.
so everybody except for Anemo hears Kajori whisper under his breath, I can't deny that I was curious, but I mean, maybe isn't the right time or place.
Whoa, okay.
I will continue to be clueless.
I mean, at least this time he isn't doing
I'm gonna stop Nemo and be like, dude, like his face.
Oh, makeup! I've got you.
A moment
It's
later.
totally okay.
His face wears any clothes. Oh,
God damn
okay,
it.
that's what you meant.
A moment later, a figure dressed in merchant's clothes, like a. I had it in my head the other day, and I can't think of the word now. Not a gown necessarily, but I can't think of the other word that's usually
Tunic?
used. What?
Kimono.
Tunic?
Oh,
Yeah, a robe, like a merchant's robes. A figure in a merchant's robes walks out, graying hair, slight pudge to him. Well, it's been a while since I've used this form. Not sure if I was going to use it again or not. But here I am.
Who the hell are you?
You met him like this?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, at the bar.
That's right.
Oh,
From here on, when we go to talk with the Clovis Concord, please refer to me as Cheem.
Cheen. Cheen?
Cheem.
Cheem.
Like Gene, except with an M
With an M, yes.
and a CH.
Yes.
Of course, my dude, I've got you.
And Cheem Liam, this is the way I wish to be chosen by the Concord, so it's not to, reveal my true form, as to say.
is this the dead guy you were impersonating?
With that, Kajori looks over and is like, "Oh, I get it now. Okay, all right."
Yes. This is the dead guy. It's like in a very, do I really have to say it that way kind of face and
I
tone.
mean, did you kill him?
I guess I was wrong. I guess
Like,
we are going to
some
be
stuff
discussing
like-
dead people again. My
You
turn.
know, that really didn't give me the best first impression of you.
I didn't kill him, no. When I first landed in Port Damali, he was there. In an alleyway.
I mean, did you peel off his face and start wearing?
Oh my god, that is
I mean, how
terrifying.
does this exactly
Scene from
work
The
for you?
Office.
That's not how my power works. Perhaps one day
I'm
I'll
sure
tell
there's
you,
no
but
mess.
now is not a good time.
Wait, could somebody's power work that way?
It can and it does. Wait.
Who?
Wait,
Roll an Arcana check.
Fuck! Me? or Brahm?
No, you roll an
I'm
Arcana
asking
check.
questions because I have no clue how magic works.
I've heard of some freaky dead stuff, but I've never heard of that.
You definitely have never heard of something like that happening. You basically said that as a joke.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That is something I would say as a joke. Or Moontick would say as a joke. Well, I would say it as a joke too, but we're not getting into that. But anyway, no. This is how we're going to talk to them, and probably how I will be for a while.
Okay.
I mean,
Cheem.
That's right.
are we going to have you pose as a merchant for this? entire encounter?
Are you the captain as Cheen?
Yes. I've already spoken with Dajarkul about this, and she sent a report ahead already, listing Cheem's name instead of my own.
Wow.
They
So
will.
Cheem is the captain of this ship.
That is
When they
correct.
tell stories of you, they're gonna tell stories of a dead man.
Wait, hold on. Is this the same name as the dead man?
It is.
Because you
We-
should probably consider that. Because if he had friends and family,
I'm not sure if he has.
and they hear stories
And all my years
of just this
using,
random fucking dead guy.
and all of my years of coming to Palma Flora under this name, no one has stepped forward claiming to be a friend or relative to this person. Either
But we're going to Port Damali.
yes,
It could change that.
it could, but in either case, I am prepared to deal with the consequences should that happen.
All right. I wouldn't
I-
be.
Moon's
just-
like adopt
I just
kids.
want to say, we are definitely doing the full moon nonsense.
Like
What phase of the moon is it?
Like the logic being like the reason Moonzik goes to Palma Flora is because he has that persona, and because no one stepped forward to recognize him as Cheem Liam, he either assumes that he had no family, his family is dead, or his family is estranged from him. In either case, still no one has come forward to claim relation.
Right.
Okay.
Are we hired by you then?
I say
What?
I'd like to say it was a matter of circumstance. We were all in Palma Flora, and we escaped to the Wave Chaser.
So the circumstances that worked for us in reality then.
Exactly. Kajori,
Yes.
could you also let everyone else on board know that this is the visage I'll be taking for the time being?
Yeah, sure. Do you guys like want me in there with you, or should I just like go fuck off?
I mean, you can do what you please.
Do you think you'd be helpful? I mean, if you're a friendly face and they already like you, but if they don't like you, I don't know.
I don't know. I think they like me.
We walk in.
Well,
Get
I
the
guess
fuck
the question
out!
is worth freeing them. Do you want to be there?
I mean, to be fair though, this place does kind of reek of urine and kind of moldy straw.
I've been trying to keep up with it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, but 2 people, it's a lot. It's a lot, not gonna
I
lie.
mean, do you think we could probably fetch like a mop or something? I could probably summon and serve it for you.
Yeah,
you
there's
know,
not
Heat up
I
your
do the
think-
dirty
bucket
work
in
for
a
you.
mop with that wet ass pussy.
God damn it!
What the hell?
I think traditional water and soap is not going to be enough for this place. If we do keep this ship, I think we need to do a little bit of work with this room.
Hey, I only do what the what Captain Three Earrings told me to do. I'm just
Yeah, that's kind of the problem. I mean, no disrespect.
No
I
disrespect.
mean,
at all.
hey, to be honest, there's only been a handful of times we've ever taken prisoners before, and most of the time they didn't make it out of here alive. So I think these guys are probably doing 100 times better than the other ones. So
Well,
They can't
That's a
hear us through
start.
this door, can they? I mean, I hope not.
What do you usually do with prisoners?
well, in the past, I was always told they were, the worst of the worst, and we kept them, for a little bit.
Yeah.
Captain Three always came in here alone, and they came out. When she would come out, they would be dead.
Oh.
Sounds great.
Oh my.
I'm
I don't
gonna
know- I don't know
nudge
the business
Moonzik and
with
say,
it.
take some pointers.
Um,
I
don't know,
I'm gonna look a little sick. at that idea, and
I mean, I was told that they were really bad people, though. So, I like to keep that thought in my consciousness, just
Well,
Yeah.
good people.
I have some ideas, but first it will depend on if we end up with the ship or not in the end. So let's just play it by ear, and we'll keep going.
Alrighty, well, with that, look, if things end up the way that it did with Captain Thurings, I'd rather not be in here. So I'm gonna go do what you said, Captain.
If you could you at least fetch us a mop and a bucket
There's
of water? We can clean this up.
some mop in there.
There's a mop in there, but I can get you a bucket of water.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
You're the best, Jory.
I'm not Dijori, but okay.
Jory.
Okay, Jory. I thought you said. For some reason, I thought you. Never mind.
No,
I don't
that is what she
do-
said. Yeah,
I don't.
It's kind of.
cool name by the way.
I'm so sorry that know your name yet.
Sorry, Dejaku.
It's okay, Windchime. It's hard to remember, I guess. It's only like we've been traveling with each other for a week. I get it.
Oh, that's not fair. She
I'm
just
just playing.
mispronounced it.
I'm just playing with you. I don't give a shit. You can call me anything you want to. He gives you a wink.
Oh. Oh.
You can call me any time you want.
Whoa, that took a that took a turn.
Anyway, he fucks off.
All right.
Oh, okay.
He does in our direction.
Good lord.
So he goes and gets you guys your bucket.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna cast Unseen Servant. I'm gonna have like the servant start picking up the bucket and the mop and commanding it to come
Doing
go in
servant
there.
stuff.
You're gonna go into the room, yes?
Yeah.
Open the
Okay.
door.
Mhm.
Like
Alrighty.
they see like a floating mop in a bucket.
Oh. You use a spell slot for that?
Yeah, I'm gonna use a spell slot.
I just didn't know if you were gonna spend another 10 minutes.
Nope.
No, we're going in hot.
Nope, we're going in hot.
Alrighty. Again, the scent of soap and urine kind of permeates your nostrils as you make your way into the brig. You see
Hate
two humans, both with pretty dark skin from it looks a little bit leathery, probably from working on ships. One man, one woman, and they both happen to have pretty dark hair themselves. The woman's hair is pulled back, and the man's is just barely longer than his ears lobes. Kind of like acknowledge your presence and kind of perk up a little bit, like curious as to what's going to happen.
How are you two faring today?
The woman kind of like looks at you and she says, "Well, I can't say I've been better."
You can't say that you've been better. And no chimes in.
If it brings you any
That's
assurance,
understandable.
we are discussing about heading back Port Damali and perhaps turning you guys in so that you may return to your homes.
That was an interesting way of approaching that. Hey, listen. There's been a change of management of the ship.
Okay.
We, as a group, we had not realized that there were any prisoners on the ship, and we had only recently found out. We'd like to sincerely apologize for any mistreatment. I hope that as much as you were prisoners, I hope that things have not been too harsh, and I hope that people in the ship have been taking care of you, despite the circumstances.
The man gives this big hearty chuckle. Just I can't do a man's laugh, but he does a big hearty chuckle.
I hope that's a good thing.
Yeah. The jury is done fine. Nice guess in terms of prisoners. So, are you letting us out?
I think that's what we've decided upon. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, what happened to Captain Three Earrings?
Not-
Captain. Yeah. Met her unfortunate demise at the hands of us.
You see him kind of give like this, this elongated face of like, alright.
I mean, I'm happy to tell you more, I guess, but how about first we just, get out of this room?
Both of them kind of stand up, from their position, and you see like the woman, she kind of like brushes off the straw from the back of her pants, and you see the guy kind of stretches, and he says to you, so you're not gonna make us walk the plank or anything like that?
No.
No, we don't.
Of course
We don't
not.
do that here.
I don't think we have a plank.
I mean,
Although that might
we
be
have a
something we
giant
want
You
to.
piece
see-
of
I mean,
lumber that's
You-
brought here, brought up from the sea, but that's not a plank that we're walking on, apparently.
You see him kind of like shake his head, and he's like, "Oh God."
we're
right.
inexperienced. I know. All right, but let's
That's-
just. We're letting you out.
Yep.
Do your
Absolutely.
best, man.
Does anybody?
Kinda, like, shuffle
Are
their
they
way.
chained up?
No, they're not chained.
Okay.
But there, you see on the wall behind you, near where the mop was, and the bucket that was brought out. Actually, it's this moment exactly that Kajori comes in and brings a bucket of soapy water, kind of sets it inside the door. He gives the two prisoners a little wave, and he backs up again. But on the wall above where he set the bucket is a set of keys, always kept inside of the prisoners to torture them.
Dear Lord, Captain Three Earrings is badass.
Wait, that's a kind
One way
of
of
cruel and
putting it.
unusual position to hold those keys.
Thank you for pointing that out.
Well,
So
Yeah, let's take him up to the sea, to the top deck.
let's take them out to the sea.
I mean, I don't think
I don't
was-
say that out
The
loud.
deck.
I've just
The
just
deck.
the deck.
Yeah, let's take them up to the deck before they have any more questions, just so that way we can all get out of that room.
I'll be honest, I don't really have a lot of questions. I'm just gonna go where the wind takes us, I suppose. Especially since we're not dying today.
No, I don't reckon you will at all. We're
Yet.
we're just going to bring you home to Port Damali, and either you'll be going home or assigned to another ship, I imagine.
Speaking of which, now that I'm thinking of this, you two are capable sailors, are you not?
I mean,
Oh.
yeah, we are.
What would
says-
you say you're catching on? Can I catch on? Am I allowed to catch on?
You can understand what he's saying.
And I can
Yeah,
catch
you-
on. Okay, yeah. Oh. What's the best way of saying this?
What is your take
Are you
on
trying to
cruel
pick up what
twists of
Brahma's laying
fate?
down?
What?
What?
I'm gonna put it this way. What is your take on weird and wacky twists of fate?
I'm a sailor. They happen all the time.
Then,
Well said.
if all goes well in Port Damali, we may be in possession of this ship at the end of the day. If that is the case, we are going to need sailors, as we are not accomplished sailors in the same manner. More guards or protectors of our captain. In that scenario, do you think you would possibly consider staying on as a sailor on a ship you were once prisoner on?
Denied.
Sorry,
Mhm.
I was coughing. The woman says, so both of us are under contract with the military. The Clovis Concord. It's not something you could just snake your way out of. Although we are probably considered dead. They've probably already sent a letter to our families.
Let me ask you a better question. What is your allegiance to the Clovis Concord?
Well, she says, the Clovis Concord is, the ruling body of the Menagerie Coast. Like,
Wow, that is
They
a
do good
ringing
work.
endorsement.
It
I've
does
been
exist.
I've been, working with them for, well, probably 2.5 years now. Yeah, it's good work, really good people. I always
Shit.
feel like I'm making a difference, capturing pirate ships and, stopping slave trade and all that stuff. It's honest work with your hands, Make good money too.
Sounds like it. Sorry, we were just curious. I'm going to, say. Well, I understand you're under contract. Hopefully, everything with the Clovis Concord works out. We'd not want to be enemies.
So, are we gonna, get out of this, or...
Yes, let's go. Windchime starts walking out.
I thought we
so
already
the
had
door
that
is
on.
the door is they're still standing in there. Nobody's grabbed the keys, or nobody's
Oh, they're
opened
behind
it.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
thought it
grab
was
the
just a
keys
room.
and let them out.
We should probably, let them out. Okay?
I had
Yeah.
totally thought that we were already gone, not gonna lie.
I thought
I
that's what
was
the thing
under the
was
impression
as
that
well.
we
Sorry.
had left.
Sorry, I
It's-
didn't quite say it.
It's
It's
alright.
funnier this way, anyway.
Windchime grabs the keys then.
Good. Unlocks the door.
Unlocks, yeah. Opens the door for them.
The door opens.
I love the
Uh,
idea that while they were still in there, the unseen servant started cleaning up.
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
Yep. That's what we're gonna go with.
As the door opens and they kind of step their way out, they kind of look around, and the guy, he looks super skeptical. That is the expression that he is holding on his face is just he's skeptical.
Windchime smiles so brightly.
Make a persuasion, or excuse me, charisma. What? I'm gonna say you're going for a persuasion, right? I get what you're going for with making a smile that big.
Yeah.
The biggest smile you can
So
possibly
big.
make.
The radiant energy that comes out of her with that smile, it's like a fucking angel. Except she's a tiefling, and it's like kind of like
sharp teeth.
counterintuitive, but like
It's bewitching.
bewitching. Yeah.
Hey, you could almost see a halo form amongst her horns.
Well, sounds about right.
So
How oxymoronic.
with that smile, you see him kind of like he shakes his head a little bit, puts his hand on his head, and just kind of smiles to himself, like, okay, all right. These guys.
Okay.
He kind of nods his head, and you get the feeling that he probably feels that, like, yeah, these guys, they don't know what they're doing, but they're not bad, right? They're still dumb idiots, and that's okay.
Exactly what I was going for.
Whoa.
And as
Feels
you guys
slightly
make your way
insulted.
up, are you guys
Okay.
going in, like, on the deck of the ship, or are you guys going on, or just hanging out in either kitchens or the quarters or wherever?
Moonsix is gonna go back up by the ship wheel and kind of navigate alongside Dilyu.
Okay.
Well, of
Are they
course,
following
as-
you?
As Cheem, of course.
Yes.
Are the two passengers following me?
Yeah, or it's like, is the group, like, going to where you're going, or are you splitting off and...
That's up to
Doing
everybody
your own
else.
Okay, everybody else. Are you following him, or are you guys gonna go do your separate activities? And just kind of leave these guys
I'm gonna
out
try and stick with the prisoners or the previous prisoners. I need to ask them their names.
Passengers.
Me
I-
too.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Okay, so you're staying with them. Where are you? Somebody needs to tell me where they're going to be.
Probably-
You know, wherever they want to be, they're hanging out as long as they...
I'm gonna
Let's-
head to the crew and tell them that we've decided to release the prisoners and to treat them as guests until we reach Port Damali.
You, does anybody have a 13 or higher perception?
Passive?
Okay. Yeah, those of you who do, you see Dejarkle kind of like up in the crow's nest, kind of like lean over and give like a little thumbs up to Moonsick. And a little smile. Like way up in the crow's nest. She's like, yeah, good job. Good job.
You're doing a good job. You're doing it right.
Or Cheem, which I think she figures out. She figures out that Cheem is.
Yep.
She knows.
Yeah, Sheen.
M with an M at the end.
Sheen.
There you
Sheen.
go. Yeah. It's a weird sight seeing Cheem up at the wheel with the sea breeze like blowing his robes backward. It's kind of like the front of his robes are like really pressed up against the front of his body, and everything else is like flapping behind him. Or flapping forwards, depending on, whichever way the wind is blowing. Which technically, I don't know.
If everybody's okay with it, I feel like I'm in good preparation to just time skip to Port Damali.
Unless you guys want to talk to these prisoners.
What the fuck is going on?
Yep.
Passengers.
They have no
They should-
idea.
Passengers.
Yeah, we should probably talk to them, I'm just saying.
They're
If you
not
don't-
prisoners, they're passengers or guests. Damn it.
Yeah,
First
but
of all,
I-
let me
but
let
I've
me go
gone
up to them with them and go.
I mean, you know,
So
those
anyway,
guests
guys,
have names. We
My
didn't
name
really
is
ask them.
Anemo. What is your name?
Um. oop. Sorry, give me a second here.
When the DM
I have
doesn't
it.
know.
I have it. I'm so sorry. I just
It's alright.
I opened up my text message because you guys were cross talking. um. The woman says, Sarcha, and the guy says, Arzan.
I'm sorry. What?
Arzan.
No, the first one. Sorry,
Uh,
the wind blew, something like that.
Sarcha.
Oh, Sarcha.
Sarcha and Tarzan.
No.
And
No.
Tarzan.
Arzan.
R
It's
Tarzan.
Oh,
A-R-Z-A-N.
without the T.
Arzan. Without the T,
Tarzan.
yes.
Listen,
I
there's
didn't
just
even
a
think
lot
about
of
that.
connection. I mean, there's just a lot of like wind and water all around here. It's sometimes it's hard to hear.
We
Oh, I didn't even think
pronounce
about it
names
being Tarzan.
correctly.
Me, Tarzan.
You say after this.
Quick, somebody get Phil
And
Collins.
and you.
I mean, yes, Anemo is my name.
Animal.
My name's
Like-
Windchime.
Is it like creatures, like animals?
No,
Is that-
no. It's. I believe that the monks told me that it had something to do with wind. Anemo, air, or something like that.
Oh, I see now. Okay, cool. Look, I'm not gonna lie here. I would love to help you guys, right, in terms of getting us back to Port Damali, but my back hurts. I've been, sleeping on a bed of straw. I assume that is not going to continue.
No, we'll get you a hammock down in the bunker, and I can also give you a back rub.
Okay.
You know what? You rolled a really high persuasion, so I'm allowing you to make another persuasion roll.
Oh. Wait, is he like trying to like make some charisma save or something against it?
No.
5,
Oh.
uh,
Well, that's a
I
9.
think
9.
I think just a little bit of rest would do me good, and like someplace more comfortable on the floor.
Of course, I totally get it.
Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
hungry? We can get you food too, and water. I'm sure you're very thirsty.
Oh my god. What is with us today?
What is with Lily today?
Water would be fine, I guess. What are we eating for dinner?
What did we have for dinner? Did we have dinner yet?
What
Yes,
time is
you
it?
did.
Wait, we're on a ship?
Wait, what the fuck?
You did actually.
Since when did we get
eat
hit?
dinner.
We did?
Yep.
Okay. Are there leftovers?
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. So
Um,
you could just
yeah.
say
I'll
you
go
go
get-
grab that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, and
Whatever
Windchime
that
goes,
is.
fetches them.
Beautiful.
You'll see, and so will we.
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise.
Okay. Yeah. So what actually happened? Like, all I know is we boarded with the lieutenant commander, and there was a battle and we fell asleep. Woke up in the cell. What happened from here to there?
I'm not gonna be the one to explain this one.
I can't be the one to explain this one. I'm warning the crew and telling them about our plans, so I'm not around.
I'm currently
Wait,
at
if
the
you
wheel.
want, I
I
can-
can't.
So is it literally just me
You're
and
so
Winchon?
funny.
I mean, if all of you want to
Which
pretend
I
that
went
it's
to
not your
go get food.
responsibility to at least
It's
explain
It's
this,
just
literally
me?
just you and Edward.
Oh my god.
And Edward.
No.
And Windchime also was like asleep, so she doesn't remember much.
Sure, she was unconscious.
Oh my god.
I
that's
didn't
right.
realize that this would be such a problem. That's
Actually,
really
yeah,
funny.
Moonsick was unconscious too. He can't, even if he was there.
It's true. He did go
Literally, it's just the person. Wait, Edward, were you there?
I was
Or
there.
were you? Okay.
I was not knocked out a single time.
No, or were you below deck was my question. Because
No,
I know
he was
I was
above.
below deck. I can't really explain
I
it.
was
Everybody
below deck,
besides
but
Three
we killed
Earrings
Captain
was above
Earrings.
deck.
For 3 earrings.
Yeah.
So
That's a
literally,
different
it's
story.
just you that gets to explain it.
But
No.
also,
Like the rest of the fight.
they're mostly referencing what happened with the fight with the lieutenant commander.
Oh.
Yeah.
The awkward explanation slash maybe lying their way out.
3 earrings killed your commander.
Ah. I mean,
Oh, okay. I mean,
It was a
I-
long
that's-
battle.
and everybody
Okay.
else?
Either escaped by boat or met the same fate.
Oof. How many?
I couldn't tell you. It
Yeah.
was an awful, awful time, and I
Correct if I'm wrong, but I think the only casualty was the commander. We knocked everybody else overboard.
I believe that was right.
Not everybody.
Not everybody.
There
We
were- I
did
think there
kill
were
a lot
two
of
bodies.
people, and then the
Uh,
Jarkle
the two
started
people
like
on the
tossing
ship
dead
were
bodies overboard.
the two people on the ship were the unconscious people who we took under.
No, there were two dead body. I remember
Oh,
the
okay.
X's. Because I had
Yeah,
marked
the
them
Jarkle
different.
started, like,
than
sweeping
the other
the
one.
unconscious
wait,
bodies
Okay.
in the
wait,
water.
wait. So should I have
I
not,
think-
dude? You expect after all of the battles that we went through?
Like we would like the reason I'm talking like this is because I think we canonically would remember, but we can't remember because it's been like a month, right?
Right.
But
So,
technically,
like,
it's been a couple
canonically,
days.
could I
think we
change what I
should have
said?
I think we should have the information available.
Yeah, you can change what you say. You can say whatever you want to say. We can restart that since there was confusion.
I mean, the only thing that I'd really want to change is, I get and everybody else thrown overboard. Like, what? It's not necessarily a better thing to say. You know what? I'm gonna say what I said.
I mean, what do you think happened to
Okay.
the bodies? We didn't just like cook them into stew or anything. So
Rather orcish of you. Sorry, that was cross talk, and I apologize.
It's okay. I guess I figured that.
I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sure there was many that you knew quite well.
I give like a little nod. You know.
Any hoozle.
How did you come to get the ship from Captain Three Rings?
It was it's hard to explain. But after a while we realized what Captain Earrings as a person had done for so long and found it. Oh my goodness, I can't really I'm sorry, it's a hard thing to talk about, you know. She did end up dying, and Okay, real talk. I don't know how the fuck I'm supposed to explain this to them. Like, what?
That's
What do I
okay.
say?
And
Edward
again,
is
I want
there.
to make it clear. The reason I'm having you do this is I want to know what information you're leaving out. Right? So that's why we're going through this and not just time skipping over it.
I know. But why do I have to be the one to do this?
Edward is there next to you.
Because you're the one that started talking, so naturally, like, the
Well,
responsibility.
I didn't have an option!
You can say that the details are a bit fuzzy. Oh wait, Edward can't explain this one because he was below deck at that
You're
time.
right.
Windchime can
And
serve
Windchime
the
is getting
food.
Yeah,
food.
absolutely. Windchime is back. Windchime
Okay.
is back.
I'm critted Captain Three Earrings. I remember.
Windchime is back.
Yes, I'm back. Here's some grub.
I was
Oh,
gonna
water.
say,
Drink
like,
up.
you could just say that the details are fuzzy, but that Windchime would have more knowledge of it as she comes back.
Oh,
Food.
Yeah, I
in
mean, I
mouth.
wasn't really there. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, ouch.
So, they both take the food and the water and they kind of like lean back against like the railing of the ship, looking at you having this conversation, eating, and taking a couple sips of their water. Alright, now you get it. The image.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
We're talking about the when. Sorry. We're talking about how we managed why the ship is in our control rather than Captain Earring's, and maybe what happened to her.
Yeah.
You guys are so funny, and it's really
Yeah.
sad. Like, it's really sad because, like, you guys are, like, doing, like, it, like, almost an accidental impression of what it's like to, like, try to describe something bad, right? But you guys just don't know what to say out of character, and I just love it. Sorry. Go ahead. Continue. Stammering.
Wow. As you know,
I can't hold it together, man. This is so fucking crazy.
We're not gonna get anything done.
No, we're not.
No.
as you know, Three Earrings was a notoriously bad pirate.
She was quite a good pirate, actually. That was kind of the problem.
I'm gonna like,
Yeah, that's,
I'm gonna like
And-
elbow Nebo's shoulders as he's saying that.
That's why you attacked the ship in the first place, because she was the captain of it, right?
yes.
Yeah. So after
We did
you,
your job for you.
after that attack that night, we realized something was very wrong because when we boarded the ship, we thought it was just a regular merchant ship. But it turned out it was the Revelry. And yeah, we didn't know that until then. And so we got together and we decided that we couldn't stand for it any longer, and so we took over the ship.
Okay. Seeing, I'm just gonna say, go ahead and roll a deception check.
Not entirely.
A deception check,
yeah.
but you can do it with advantage because Nemo
Tried his
stumbled
best.
so hard. He tried so hard and was clearly a little choked up about it. So,
Is it?
deception, it's a skill
okay.
check
Get that advantage.
with advantage.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a 19.
So, they look, both of them actually do look pretty invested in what you were saying. You see, like, at certain points in time, they, like, have their spoon, like, almost to their mouth, and they, like, stop and they stare, like, halfway in between. before like taking a bite and continuing. Just very invested.
Yeah, I'd be too if I was in this situation.
I guess anything else?
So I preserved her body so that she's still, you can still recognize her, and so we're going to take her to the Clovis Concord, when we get to the port.
I see. Well, that's quite the story. And how did you guys end up boarding the ship in the first place?
The
We
entire.
were on Palma Flora when it sunk.
Oh. Really?
Yes. This ship was the only thing that kept us alive, actually.
We're survivors!
Was there any other survivors? Like I heard word there was
Yeah, we
several.
we rescued, I think, around 12 people.
On the
And
ship.
it was a bunch of residents of Palma Flora, and we brought them to a safe town.
Port Damali. We
Port
brought them
Damali.
to Port Damali.
Yeah, we brought them to Port Damali last week or a few days ago. I don't remember all the days. They kind of blur together on a ship. But and then at that point we didn't know about the revelry, so we stayed on the ship because what are the shark people called?
Soggin.
Soggin.
The Swagwin.
And
Really
shark.
good at-
It's fine.
I'm really good at pronouncing names.
We don't know how to pronounce that. Whatever.
I don't even pronounce it right. I just go with it.
Swagwin. We
Just
wanted
sound
to find out
confident.
why Palma Flora drowned, so we went back to it, and we met a nice lady.
Okay, yeah, anyway. Jesus Christ.
Taking over name up.
Can I come back after telling everybody?
Yes, you can.
Oh my god.
So I'm just gonna
Jesus
walk
Christ.
in at the middle
We
of the
met nobody. Oh my god.
bubbling over everything, and just like, so what have they told you already?
Well, they told us that you guys were from Promoflora, left with a bunch of refugees to Port Damali, dropped off the refugees. You guys didn't know that Three Earrings was a pirate. You guys came down, back to see these things that cause the island to sink, I think. And you met a really nice lady.
Anyway, well, basically just
Oh
showed
my
us the errors
god, you
the way.
explained that poorly at the end. I'm just gonna, and I'm gonna look over and I'm gonna be like, so
Wide-eyed.
most of
You
what
fucking
they've
kidding
said
me
is
right now?
correct. But the quote-unquote nice lady we met just told us about the crimes of Three Earrings and offered to essentially ceasefire if we tried to talk with the Clovis Concord about brokering some peace between the Sogwin and the as they call it,
I want to
landwalkers.
fucking leave this call. You just said the entirety of the. I thought we weren't telling them that.
Look, my character just walks in. He doesn't think this is a secret. He just walks in.
He doesn't.
But-
How many conversations have we had? Is
Yes.
this not a secret?
This was
This
never a
is most
secret.
definitely not a secret.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. I'm just making. I'm just. Quinn is
he's-
confused.
Good. Roll a d4. I mean, what?
Who's Quinn? So yeah, she told us about 3 earrings and the crimes she committed. We've basically got confirmation that they were pirates. Decided that the best course of action was to find the most peaceful course of action, and despite her helping out with refugees, as kind as that was, we recognized she had committed enough crimes to warrant what the Clovis Concord had asked of her. So we fulfilled the duty.
I see. And the rest of the crew, they didn't fight back?
Well, they were pretty tired after dealing with a Sagwan attack force. Remember, we hadn't quite talked yet, so there was a few skirmishes here and there. Most of them didn't even know they were pirates, and the few that did were pretty in debt, so we figured they weren't really much of pirates at all. They're all fine, and we haven't come to blows over anything, although they're taking the loss of what they saw as their friend rather hard.
Yeah. Your captain means a lot to you.
Yeah.
Still, I'm hoping everything can turn out peaceful and that we can all be on the same side at the end of this.
What a turn of events. It's crazy.
Tell me about it. I was a farmer a month ago.
You sound like to me y'all are a bunch of adventurers.
Not by choice, believe me. Or at least not my choice for me. The others, I don't speak for them.
I chose adventure.
I go where the wind blows me, so I assume that's kind of part of that.
I just
I
want
had
to
it
see my
thrust
parents
upon
again.
me as the only way to save my family.
That's what she said.
You see, both of them are kind of like smiling a little bit, nodding their heads, like, "Oh, okay, this ain't so bad, right? These seem like a pretty cool set of people." And wow, that's something I'd probably like go home and tell, my future kids.
Something I am gonna go home and tell my current kids.
Ooh.
You're a very good storyteller, Bram.
You could see a huge smile on my face. Something I picked up from my wife. I was all stumbling over my words before her.
Aw.
Oh, that's so gay.
Yes, nothing gayer
Yes,
than being
yes,
in a
my wife.
heterosexual
My
relationship.
wife.
Oh my god, you
So
guys.
good, so good.
Yep.
Well, all right then. This is good when it's not as cold. As cold. 'Cause it's so cold.
To warm it up.
I tried to warm it up by spooning it, and it didn't.
I mean, if you want, I could probably warm it up for you. I could prestidigitate it for you a little. If you
Wait,
want.
when are you back?
He's
Excuse you?
He's been
He's
there.
been
He's
here
just
the
been
whole
quiet.
He's been there the
Hi.
whole time. He's just been an asshole. There's a you need to understand.
Technically, Miles has been there the whole time too.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna look at Edwards and Miles like, Sorry, I didn't even notice you two there.
Oh.
No perception.
Oh, I suppose I'm used to that by now.
Oh, damn,
You're
my
right.
dude.
My
Do
dude,
you want to spar again? Like, I'm confused.
Miles. I've been your hard and fast friend since the beginning. It's not like you to be quiet in a corner. Normally, you're either singing a song or pissing somebody off, and I love it.
Bro, you've known him for 2 seconds.
Not as of late.
I've known him for 6 days, and he was the first member of the party I talked to him. We
True.
talked to about this.
But yet during the battle, I was right there.
Exactly. So why have you been quiet now, my friend?
Personal reasons. I've had to reflect a little bit on the situation.
I understand.
You, as soon as
Pissing
you
people
mention
off
the
was fun and all,
situation,
but,
you can see.
I
You can.
realized. What was that?
Sorry, it was just a facial expression for flavor. Go ahead.
I've
nothing.
very much have reflected on the situation here, and I've seen what happened. Piss people off. Done something to, per se. I don't know. Put yourself at risk for. It wasn't quite the same way that my parents went, but when we were on the road, I was on the caravan. Part of that stuff, we had been attacked. I've kind of decided to lay back a little. Pissing people off as being the sneery, smart alecky person that I can be. I've forgotten what it's like to gain everybody's trust in a party because I've been alone for so long. And I've closed off that circle due to those circumstances and that
Fucking
it's
tragic.
really damaged a lot of what I believe in. And I've been thinking partially of breaking off again for this.
Don't.
Well, at this point, I feel like I need to take other priorities over what is ahead of us.
At the very least, we need to get to Port Damali.
Yes, I'll think about it on the way, but definitely, we'll see what happens. Perhaps I'll change my mind. I'll have a change of heart, but I need to put my parents first.
I understand.
Sounds like you've got a hero's backstory too. It's all very storybook.
Yeah, we
With
designed it
something
that
like
way.
that.
No. Well, anyway, where should I put these? He holds up his empty dish and water cup.
I
Hey,
call
Phil.
up my servant and have him be like, oh, just leave it on the table. I'll have somebody pick it up, clean it for you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. What would you like me to do now?
We were kind of hoping when we get to Port Damali, we're going to try and clear the other crewmate's name. They didn't do anything wrong, and they have they have some problems with the Clovis Concord. And we were
I'd say
hoping
so.
that you would help us and give us a word. I mean, I know that we haven't known each other very long, but we're not bad people, and we'd like to get their names cleared and hopefully get in a good relationship with the Clovis Concord.
Go ahead, roll a persuasion check with advantage because of the wonderful people around you.
Hey,
Persuasion with advantage. Maybe I shouldn't have been the one to do this. Advantage. Please.
Nice.
Okay. Thank God
Okay,
for advantage,
17.
I guess.
17.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like from what you're telling us that, I mean, it's hard to imagine people not knowing that they are pirates, but
You should
seem
meet
to
the
have
cook.
got some. Who, who's the cook? That's Kajori, right?
Yeah, you know
Yeah,
the cook.
yeah, I do know him. Yeah, he's talkative, that one.
So you could understand.
Can you understand how he might not have realized?
You see, you see, Arzan. You see him kind of nod his head and like, yeah, I absolutely can. And she like kind of glances to him and like shrugs a little bit, and I, I suppose so. But still, you know, they don't sound like bad people. At least from what Kajori has talked about.
Nor are they, and you shall meet them.
Okay, sure.
I'd rather not.
I don't want to roleplay that.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I was gonna say. I'd rather not roleplay that.
So you guys go around, introduce the two of them to everybody, and either at the end of it, it's up to you if you want them to be working for a little bit, or
No, they can go straight off
Yeah.
to bed whatever they feel like.
cool. So and they go, yeah.
Never mind.
So they go rest in one of the hammocks. With that, we're gonna take a break.
hey.
I know it's a little bit on the earlier side, but I think it's fine. But yeah, I'll see you guys in. Let's go another 20-minute break.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll see you guys in 20 minutes at.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Got it.
This
Um,
is where part 1 ends. We'll see you for part 2 shortly.